All right, everyone, here we go with the energetic weather update. I said I might do one on the other day's Mars reading. I think it's wise. I did say on the Mars reading somewhere, may have been the extended, I don't know. I said that right now you might have a tendency this week to make mountains out of molehills. Do be careful about that. There's still a few squares floating around in the astrology, right? It tends to, you might fixate on something. Anytime you fixate on something, you can find all kinds of things wrong. Try staring at your face in the mirror intently for like 10 minutes. You'll look like some kind of demon from another planet by the time you're done. You know, really, you'll find all kinds of things. Oh my God, where'd that come from, right? You'll turn a pimple into some kind of crazy, I'm dying sort of a thing. That being said, be careful of making mountains out of, don't fixate this week. Beyond that, right? Jupiter doing some nice things for us in the energy. But I mean, I've got a pre-shuffle here. I said, what do you want to tell my people, just the surface energy, about the energetic weather this week? And this is why I'm not Rainbow Unicorn Tarot, because this is what Rainbow Unicorn Tarot would get. They'd get a Four of Wands crossed by a Hermit with the Temperance and the Hierophant and the Star and the King of Pentacles and the Death card and the Nine of Wands, walls coming down, messages coming in, moving forward, beauty returns, the Queen of Wands, messages coming in, things moving forward, we move forward in a new, I mean, it's crazy, right? New path, trusting in that the universe has our back. Archangel Michael has us back. A path of truth. We feel like we're on our soul's true path here with the Hierophant as well as Temperance there. The Star manifestation showing up things, balancing I mean, rainbow unicorns, right? I don't know what kind of sound a unicorn makes, so I'll just go, right? Because I know they're kind of horse-like and some shit. At the end of the day here, that's about it. We've got a lot going on. You know, if you're in certain signs, Jupiter is trining the fucking sun. That's optimism on crack, you know. So, at the end of the day, but you have to, you know, you have to have a certain energy for that to be affecting you. But whatever. It's a time when we sort of lighten up a little bit. Don't ruin it by fixating on something. Now, I'm going to ruin it by shuffling and doing a reading. So here we go, because I'm not Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. And that was way too fucking unicorn for me. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Right? I'm not a fucking time lord. I don't know. Might affect you next week. I have no idea. This is just the environmental energy around us. The energetic air we're breathing. The energetic room we're all in. Okay? That's all. That's all it is. Not your horoscope. It's not anything. Yeah, there are some astrological things, planetary influences that are pulling on the core energies affecting it, and I allow for those. But it's really about the core energy. Right? And also, the Earth's magnetic field right now is pretty strong, and that's going to affect moods quite a bit. That's sort of where your fixating might come from a little bit. I know you won't find that in your horoscope, but yeah, the Earth's magnetic field has played a big role in fixating on things, so be careful. Let's go. 3 cards and a bottom card. Let me ruin this. Let me fucking ruin it right now. Come on. Give it to me. I don't know that I am going to ruin it. I don't know. I say this week. It sounds like I'm doing like a weekly reading. But I kind of am. This energy sort of lasts. It stays with us right up to the solstice. Okay? The solstice pretty much wipes everything else out around it. Think of a big blast going off. And the blast wave, it sort of just blasts everything around. So, yeah. For this week. This week is going to teach you something. There's something you need to learn this week. Probably about your own habits, your own behaviors, your own... it could be a physical habit. It could be an emotional habit. I don't know. You know, I have no idea. But something you're going to learn this week about yourself on some level. Not about someone else. It's all about you. We worry about someone else in the other readings. This is for you, right? This is the same shit I give my friends or family that email me or call me constantly. What's the energy right now, man? Things feel weird. I don't know. You know, what the hell? What am I, your oracle? Am I the oracle on the hill? I'm not that either. All right, 2 of Wands. Go watch my channel. That's what I tell them now. Go watch my fucking channel. All right, 2 of Wands. This is the center card crossed by the student here, and I want to see what's under the student. I don't know yet, but I do want to look. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just right. You see, yeah, it's just right. I mean, this is, it sticks with you. The energy is just trying to show you something. It might, whenever I see this combination of energies right here, and there's a Two of Wands, it's kind of a backwards sort of step from the Three of Wands, right? These are red, center, left, and whatever will be right. Whenever I see this kind of energy here, I know that it might show you something through something bad, which is why I gave you the warning, everything happens for a reason, about not fixating, okay? Something might happen. I don't know. You crack a tooth. You stub your toe. It seems like you're having bad luck. You know, somebody dings your car. You stub your toe. All in one day. You know, all in one fucking day. It's like, oh, it's all over, Steve. That's it. It's not all over. There's something in there for you. I don't know what it is. It's different for everybody. But I've had times like that in my life, and I can tell you, it's nice. What's red with the Two of Wands? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Let's clarify some shit here. All right, let's do it. You're beginning a new journey here. There's someplace you are. Right, randomly at the bottom here is the Nine of Cups. This deck doesn't feel right to me. I'm going to grab the Light Seer. Six of Pentacles feels better to me. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Okay. You're beginning a new emotional journey, an emotional phase of your life. Okay? You've been in one phase emotionally for a while. Kind of what's happening right now is the setup for a new emotional phase. Okay? I'm not talking about you moving or getting a new car or something like that. This ain't Steve's lottery tarot. You know, it's a new emotional phase in your life. You look at the world differently. You look at things differently. I always tell you, there's a lot of different angles to look at things. Right? You can find, there's always, with everything, there's a bad way. Everything, even if it's something beautiful and magic, there's a bad way to look at it. The pessimist will see that, for example, right? But with anything, good or bad, there's a way to look at it that makes you chuckle. There's something funny about it. I pick up a little bit of levity here. Levity returning. I'm not saying you'll laugh. You're not going to show up at somebody's funeral and just break out into a belly laugh. But I am saying there's some levity returning to the energy. And right now, I'm pulling on the energy. That's the Seven of Pentacles. So let's do it. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. All right, these cards are fucking crazy town today. I told you. God's source, the universe itself, judgment does not come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. This is a big deal. Oh, it may seem like a small lesson, right? It may. I mean, he's about to go on that ship there. Might be a small lesson. Hey, that cape isn't a life preserver. You might want to put a life preserver on if you're going on the boat. Oh, he laughs. Oh, yeah, whatever. I'm not stupid, right? 10 minutes into the trip, that sucker starts sinking. That cape doesn't do him any good. You know, something trivial, something minor. Hey, hold on a second. Take this life preserver. Whatever it is. You might see it as a very small lesson. It's huge. It's from God's source, the universe itself. It's big, all right? Maybe you learn how to blow an angel with your smoke and your vaping or cigarette or something. I mean, I don't know. That would be wild, but I think it's bigger than that. All right. What's on top here? Page of Wands. Yeah, a lot of pages falling here. Why is that here? Knight of Pentacles. It ties back to that. This whole fucking thing is a feedback loop. It's crazy. It's like you can't move forward until you learn this. You've got, in other words, and I think my analogy here was pretty accurate, and I'll take it out further for you. I'll do the lateral thinking for you. Why would God, source, the universe itself, want this guy to put a life preserver on, not forget the life preserver? Because this energy knows there's some kind of future, there's some kind of fate, there's something you're supposed to do down the road. So unless we correct an issue right now, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to get there in time, whatever it is, right? Everything's on a road, so to speak. If you're going grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour, you know, because you didn't take care of something, you might not, or you're missing something, you might not get there in time, you know. The opportunity doesn't last forever. The energy provides opportunity, but the energy is always changing. That's why I say it's a fickle old gal universe. Fickle means changeable. Right? Things changing. People change their mind. Change my mind. I thought you liked chocolate chip cookies. No, peanut butter's always been my favorite. You said yesterday you like chocolate chip. It's like that. That's the universe. That's the energy around us. Opportunities don't stick around forever. Animals know this. Animals in the wild don't dilly-dally. They're instinctively, they go for stuff. If it's there, they go for it if it's possible. Because they know they probably don't get a second chance. You know. An owl that doesn't go for the mouse is a dead owl because he starved to death. You know. That being said, so this Knight of Pentacles obviously very important. This is not. Let's pull on the Knight of Pentacles and see what we get. Okay. Take the advice. Don't take the advice. This is the energy around. I know every friend I've got in this world that's watching this reading. Take the advice. You know. I mean, as my friends always say about me, I'm annoyingly right. I am. It is annoying sometimes. You know. Can be. You know. But I think I've nailed this energy. I think this is pretty good. I mean, I might be wrong. I allow for the fact that I'm probably, possibly wrong. I mean, I don't know. But take the advice or don't take the advice. But behaving properly in the energy around you is very important. All right? It's pretty clear reading here. The way the cards are falling, the way the energy is, it's pretty clear. You're starting a new emotional journey. But you need that life preserver. There's something you need to see. Something has to happen first. And it might manifest itself as something you see as bad luck. Okay? So I'd like you to keep that in mind. I don't want you to fester. I don't want you to stare at it, and I don't want you to turn mountains into molehills. There's a real danger of that in this energy. All right, let's go. Knight of Pentacles. Come on. It's obviously a very important card. It is. It's a fits and stops energy. It's the Ace of Wands crossing it. And again, this reading is for you. It's not about somebody approaching you. In fact, this is very self-contained. This is all about you. I don't know why. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure why it came up as fits and stops. Temperance card. Yeah, okay. Maybe this is a journey you're hesitant to go on. I'm not sure. Maybe you know what this new emotional journey is, or as it begins, you don't like it. It's possible. I've gone on many new emotional journeys, new emotional energies in my life. Changing point of view, changing with the energies, with the flow of things, right? Sometimes I'm a little reluctant at the beginning, but you're ultimately going against the forces of the universe. The forces of the energy around us is pretty stupid. You're trying to go against the current, so don't. What's on top? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Why is that here? Yeah, the Five of Wands. I'm right. You're worried that by moving on, however it plays out for you, moving on, you're worried that you're leaving something behind. Someone who might call, someone who might catch up, someone you might have been hoping to hear from, hopefully not waiting for. We don't want to jam up our life. The only thing we have is this moment. That's it. Life is a series of snapshots. It's like a film, right? It's just still pictures played at, 24 or 30 frames per second, or 60 if it's super high def kind of thing. Whatever. But that's life. That's all it is. It's just a series of snapshots. We only have each snapshot. That's all we got. You guys are using up a couple of snapshots here on this reading right now, I suppose. You're worried you're leaving something behind. You're worried about this new emotion. It feels like everything's changing, right? And it might. Like I said, think about it in the case of, what if for you, you're one of the people where this feels like bad luck. Feels like everything's changing. One day you're watching cartoons, and the next day you're, in a hospital with tubes sticking out of you or something. I mean, I'm trying to give a dramatic example. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But that's reality. That's life. Sometimes it happens. But you learn something. Whatever it is, I think for this here, you feel like you're leaving something behind, and you might get in your head about that. You might fixate on that. That's what you might make mountains out of molehills on. Well, if I go on this emotional journey, Steve, I'm going to leave behind my Knight of Cups. I've been watching tarot readings for this Knight of Cups, and the readings say they might reach out. But if I go on a new emotional journey could be you meeting a new person. It could be. I mean, it doesn't have to play out or start out as things that seem like bad luck. It just often does with the way the energy fell here. I tell you, okay, yeah, you feel like you want to hold on to a dream here of some kind, whatever it is. You're not leaving anything behind. I will tell you that I have no indication here that you're leaving anything behind. I just have an indication that you're moving forward. People who are good with change will thrive in this energy. People who are not might get stuck and get fixated. All right, Don, let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. One card and a crossing card. It is what it is. And again, don't take me literally on some of the examples. You're not going to be in the fucking hospital with tubes in you. Relax. Relax. It's just, Sometimes the craziest good stuff comes from the craziest bad stuff. Something about my analogy of, wait, you need a life preserver. You know, the universe, with the judgment card crossing here, it knows what's ahead, you know. And there's something you're supposed to reach. He ain't going to get there if he drowns in that ship. That's all I'm saying. All right, what else you want to tell these people? One card, a crossing card. What we got here? Talk to me. Oh, fucking hell. What did I say the most important card? I even pulled on it. The Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. I mean, I can't pick up a deck without a fucking Knight of Pentacles. And why did I tell you about the snapshots thing? Life is just a series of, that's all it is. It really is. It's a series of snapshots put together. Time is an illusion. Time is the byproduct of it in a strange way, the way we perceive time. Anyway, that's a science talk for another day. Something about savoring the moment is important, okay, in this energy. I want you to remember that. Savor the moment. It's all you've got. There's no guarantee there's going to be a future, and the past is gone. Take what you can from it, move forward, but you've got to savor the moment. All right? You have to. It just keeps coming up. Take time to smell the roses, right? I mean, I don't know how else to phrase it. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, you know. Hold back. Be careful about being afraid of uncertainty, okay? Number one. But also, this is a card of the miser. You're almost being encouraged to hold back. It's not always fear, okay? Sometimes it's a miser type energy. I think fear keeps you sharp. I think a little bit of fear and a little bit of slowing down and taking a look around, you'll notice some things, and they might freak you out a little bit, right? They might, some of the things you notice. It's just like the law of pure potentiality when you sit in the silence. Oh, the whole universe surrenders itself to a silent mind and a quiet soul. It can be a little freaky the first time around if you do it. You start seeing things, weird colors, feeling things you didn't feel before. Your own voice starts talking to you. You know, it's got to be your own voice. It's not another voice. If it's another voice, go get a CAT scan. But your own voice starts talking to you. You start telling yourself information. It's crazy town. It can be, and people will snap out of it real quick. It's a bit of that here. Not so dramatic, but it's a bit of stop for a minute and smell the roses and enjoy the ride. I'll pull a couple more out. Moon, again. Fear of the unknown, like I said, and the Ace of Wands. This is all probably designed to get you to relax a little bit about things you don't know, okay? The energy is conducive to relax about the unknown and take a few chances. It brings back a fire in your belly a little bit, okay? It's nice. I like it. But pay attention to the signs around you. Pay attention to how the universe might be talking to you. Just pay attention. That judgment card here was really, really powerful. I'll tell you what. All right. That's your reading. Do what you want with it. Good luck.